How do you know when your anxiety is getting the better of you? What kind of signs do you get that let you know that anxiety is becoming a bit more of an issue? When I first got anxiety, or first was aware of my anxiety, a couple of instances occurred that really highlighted the need for seeking help, and I went on a journey of discovery because of it. First off, I started getting IBS in college, and then as I've often told my clients, one of the examples was I used to go swimming, and I loved swimming. I love swimming now. I swim loads, but then I was swimming and I would suddenly think, oh my God, I'm going to die. I'm going to have a heart attack. I'm going to suffocate in the water. Everyone's going to be looking at me. I will not be able to help myself. I'm going to sink under, and that's it. So I actually avoided swimming for a long time until I made this journey of discovery. Another time I was in Topshop in Oxford Street in the changing room, and I remember thinking, I'm going to have a heart attack, I'm going to wet myself, and I slid down the wall of the changing room. I'm laughing about it now, but you know, anyone that's been there knows it's all encompassing and it's terrifying. So I went on a journey of discovery, and I'm going to be teaching you some skills you can use. So this morning, as an example, I recognised that my anxiety was growing and I wasn't facing it. So what I was doing was hoovering manically in between people that I was seeing. I was hoovering manically, and I tripped up, and you know, I got to a point where I thought, I'm not able to carry on like this. And so I did this simple technique. It's something I learnt from work in mindfulness. It's really brilliant. That it's not mine. It's by a lady called Tara Brach, who is fantastic. So it's called RAIN, and it's when I tripped after hoovering manically. We've got 5 dogs, so I'm always hoovering because it's like a dust bowl. But I thought, okay, no, I know what this is. I'm overdoing it. So RAIN is, so you stop, you go, oh, okay, what's going on? And then you recognise, I'm having a bit of difficulty here. Recognise it. Acknowledge it. You can even label it for what you think it is, which is really powerful because you're starting to become more in touch with it. The worst thing you can do is try and fight it. So recognise it. Acknowledge it. I am feeling a moment of anxiety. I am having an experience of anxiety. Anxiety is happening at this moment. Investigate. So spend a few moments thinking, well, where is it in my body? Where am I, feeling it the most? Also, when you do that, where am I not feeling it is really good. So recognize, acknowledge it, investigate. But when you investigate, you don't go in, oh God, what's going on? Just be curious. Just be curious. That's all you need to do. Like an old detective that you've watched on TV, someone that you really admire, you could say, ask them to be curious and use their voice and say, okay, what's going on here? and then non-identify. So you don't have it own you. You just acknowledge it, label it for what it is, and then move on. And the moving on may be that you need to go and connect with someone, or as I did, I went straight outside. Even if it's raining, I actually really love it when it's raining, and it goes with rain that I'm teaching you now. But it's non-identifying with it, because what's happened is the anxiety has just got you in its grip for a minute. But if this is happening too much, as it was for me those years ago, and you need some help identifying your unique tools, because that's why, you know, reading stuff on anxiety doesn't really help, because everyone's unique. So generic stuff about anxiety can help. It can definitely help. But, you know, if it's becoming a pretty persistent pattern, then you can contact me and I will collaborate with you to find out the tools that are really going to move you beyond it. Because now, you know, I swim a lot and I do the techniques that I know work for me, and I'm back on schedule again, and feeling pretty good. You know, so it was a tough morning. Some very sad things happened, and I responded to them by getting anxious, but I knew that that wasn't going to solve anything. It wasn't going to help in any way. And so I used the rain technique, and I went outside and I stopped the fucking hoovering. So I hope this technique helps. I'm going to start doing a few more little mini tips as well, because I did spend a long time having anxiety, and I'd love to be able to give you the tools you need. But like I said, if it's getting too much and you need a bit of a shift in mindset, because that's what it's going to take, is it's kind of shift. It's like you're stepping out of that old pattern and into a new way of being. Then do contact me. You might just need a one-off session. So it's Sam@Samantha Kemp Therapy, or you can message me here, and I'll get you on the path to feeling a lot better. Have a really good afternoon or evening.